So starting with the next question is Mr. Wright, and these questions we will give you 1 minute and 30 seconds for responses. And this question is coming from Elaine Maxwell from the Friends of the Library.
What role should libraries play in modern society? In light of severe budget cuts in recent years, how would you keep our main library and its 7 branches open? And, by the way, do you have a library card?
Yes, I do have a library card, and my kids really enjoy the library a lot, and I actively use it, especially the West Point branch library. I think it's the free library system is about as American as you can get, and if we don't keep our libraries open, we lose a part of our culture, our history, our essence of who we are as Americans. And so I will work to bring more money into our county, through this TOT initiative, of course, but also through additional grant funding, through aggressive fundraising, both locally and with the foundations. We have to keep our libraries open, and not only for people to read books, but also they can use the libraries for a cultural center, educational center. People go there when they have nothing. They come to the libraries to try to get their lives back on track. And so, to me, it's a fundamental right to have access to the public library.
30 seconds.
And I do commend the Friends of the Library. Everybody at this table, I believe, has helped at one time keep the libraries open here. So I see this as a really unifying force and factor in our county. And I look forward to increasing the availability, access, and just the circulation of our libraries into the future.
No, I do not have a library card. I have a book selection, magazine selection at my store that people are allowed to come and exchange anytime they want. I read every night. I read 3 different books, and I'm active reading and studying, but I do not have a library card. I think our libraries are very important. I know in West Point, talking about a modern library, I know a lot of people in West Point don't have computers at their home, so they go to the library to have access to the internet, and I think that's an important factor. I would have to refer to our current supervisors that, I don't know that our libraries and everything are in jeopardy of closing. According to Mr. Tryon, they are not. I don't know. There's a lot of... Oh, you're right here. You can correct me. There's a lot of things I think that we can do to help our libraries. Let's go after corporations to donate computer systems and stuff that will help upgrade our libraries. The West Point Library, I know that they have a great fundraiser effort going on. It was a fun participation when they did that. I think they raised some good money, and I applaud them for that effort, and I'm sure the other communities are involved too. So.
Within the allocation process for scarce financial resources in the county budget, I have historically and remain one of the greatest advocates of the library system. I view the library system as really an educational outreach. I think the government school system would be much better served if they copied some of the ways that the branch library and the main library operate, which is without compulsion. When you have people come to the library, they come of their own free will, and so they're much more motivated to try to achieve an objective, whether it's the English as a second language, which we have a very active program, and I have fought for that program. It's like a 20th of the cost of the same program in the school system.
30 seconds.
And much more effective because the people come voluntarily. We have a great technological with computers, et cetera. In fact, in some ways, they're absorbing sort of the job search component of of the resource connection. I think the libraries are a shining light of volunteerism in its greatest form, in that we just provide a few paid personnel. The rest is all volunteers, and the people that all come voluntarily, wishing to achieve an objective, and are much more likely to achieve that objective rather than having government coercion force them there. Thank you.
Yes, I have a library card. I visit the library, I've used the library. I think a library provides a wonderful sense of community and oftentimes the center of a community. I was dismayed to learn that the book budget for the library is close to $500 for 1 year. I think if I were to look at my income and what I spend in my household, I spend $500 a year in my own house for books and such. So, I think it's a little backwards with some of the library cuts that have happened, because the library is such a central point of the community. Great resources there in the library. I think the internet system, the use of computers are nice things, community outreach for our libraries. I've often wondered how more we could do with our libraries in the school systems. See libraries sitting there in schools, not used after school hours and on weekends and not during school time. If there was some way that some sort of partnership could happen there, would be something to take a look at for our libraries. And I certainly admire the library system, as well as the people that make it keep it going. And this last week at the Board of Supervisors meeting, they were recognized for 50 years of service. And I think that's one of the longest running volunteer organizations in the county that I can think of.
How come you guys don't pass your one? They don't have to.
I don't have a library card. I'm busy right now. Thank you. Libraries are very important for the community. This library, I know, has a literacy program. And I don't know, most people don't think about that, but there are a lot of folks out there that don't even know how to read and write. And so this library takes it on and does a very good job of it. Computers, they have computers there. There's a lot of our population here that they have computers, but they also have dial-up modems. So if they're going to download one picture or download an article, it takes forever at their home. So the libraries are very important for that sense. They can get their homework done a lot quicker. I know that there were some students that came over to go to the library to do that, because it saves them hours and hours and hours of time in the evening. I view libraries as learning centers, and I think we need to move more in that direction. I've done a lot of volunteering with the library. When they have the Friends of the Library fundraiser here, I'm usually the sound guy. And so you see me run around with the mic and setting up sound, and at this last one with the piano player, I mic'd her piano. That was interesting. I never did that before, but we made it work. And I got to thank you. And also, I think the library is a wonderful historical center, and that's where we need to really concentrate on too, is the history that's here. Thank you.
Yes, I have a library card. I have 2 library cards. I have one for this county and one for another county. I'll tell you, I've been on this board for 4 years, and I've always advocated, much like Tom has, for funding for our libraries, even in the down economies. And I'll tell you, the 4 years I've been on it, it's all been down. And this is the first year that we have not had cuts. But I'll tell you what I have done. I have gone to Mari every year and asked her after the budget, if she's got her preliminary budget done, what can I do to help? What does she need? And there's been several years that I went, and I am a board member of the Valley Springs Friends of the Library. And there's been several years that I've gone to our board and during our meetings and brought up the fact that Maury needs certain items. One time she needed money for fingerprinting. I was the advocate where all of the different branches started giving
30 seconds.
some money to the library to help her cover her budget. But one year we did put money in and gave her out of our coffers about $600 to cover fingerprinting and background investigations for the volunteers. Each one of them that come there and want to volunteer time need background investigation and fingerprinting because they deal with children. But I'm a big advocate, always have been, of the library system, and as long as I'm on this board, I will make sure that the library has adequate funding in order to go forward.